Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers. Welcome to a brand new video for today. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I am so looking forward to Galaxy 4 and why I'm looking forward to Eve of the Daleks that is coming out next week, and Galaxy 4 is coming out in November, and why later on in the video I'm going to talk about why you should get behind on Galaxy 4. So jumping into this first point is why I'm looking forward to the Eve of the Daleks release we've got coming out next week. Well, in a couple of days. We're on Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We've got 5 days till Doctor Who, the Eve of the Daleks comes out. So why am I so looking forward to this animation release? Now, I don't know a lot of Doctor Who stories from the late 60s. I know of them, I've heard of them, I've read some of the books. But there are some stories that I don't know about. Like Galaxy 4, I know nothing about Galaxy 4. So I'm quite looking forward to that one, so I'm going to explain that one. But Eve of the Daleks, I have seen only episode 2, because it exists in behind me, as you can see, and it's here, in Doctor Who, The Lost in Time box set. Now, for us to get this animation next week is absolutely amazing and fantastic, because, one, this is the introduction story to the Dalek Emperor, and two, this is the last 1960s Dalek story before the Daleks returned way back in 1972. So this is the last 1960s Dalek story, and from what I've read over the years, like from the scripts and what people have said, like in documentaries and stuff about it, the only thing I know about this, I watched Joshua Snare's channel documentary on the missing episodes from Hartnell, and if you haven't seen his channel, I do recommend Josh Snare's, because he's actually quite good on his channel, and he does know a lot about the missing stories more than I do. But for me to actually sit down next week to watch the Eve of the Daleks, because to be honest with you, I will actually put I'm rewatching Star Trek at the moment, so I might probably put that on hold for a few days and watch Eve of the Daleks, because this is the one story I'm really looking forward to, because it's the introduction story to Victoria, who becomes the second Doctor's companion in season 5, which means we only need one more episode to be animated, which is the Abominable Snowman for her, and then her whole season, like story arc, is over, because she joins in the End of Evil, and then she leaves in the Web of Fear. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down and watching Eve of the Daleks, because it's her introduction story. It's the introduction story to the Emperor Dalek, who does return in 2005. But there is other bits and dabs I don't know about this story. But the way it leads in from the Faceless Ones, which I've got on DVD and Blu-ray. So I've got it here in the Steelbook, and then I've got it on here on DVD. So it does lead in. So the first one's leading to Eve of the Daleks, so I'm quite looking forward to see how it leads in and stuff. So that's the one thing I just want to say about that one. More looking forward to that one. Now, the next topic I do want to talk about in this video is Galaxy 4. Now, Galaxy 4, I know nothing of this story apart from what Justin Snare said in his channel. I haven't read the script. I've only seen episode 3. Which really I turned off after 5 minutes, because I found it really confusing that only episode 3 exists, where you got 1 and 2 and 4 that are missing. So episode 3, it's like jumping into a story at the wrong point. It's like, what's going on here? So that's the one thing I do want to say about that one, and why I like what I liked about episode 3, because it's actually in the Aztec Special Edition on disc 2, so that's mainly one. But the reason I want you to get behind on the animation story of Galaxy 4, why do I want you to go around and buy the DVDs, the Blu-rays, the Blu-ray Steelbook? Because I'm getting the Blu-ray Steelbook and, of course, the DVD. So I don't really need to buy the actual third thing of it, the normal standard Blu-ray. The reason I want you to get behind this, if the profits are really, really wow, if it's going to be great, and then the BBC will most probably go, oh look, Galaxy 4's done really, really well, nobody knows about this story, let's carry on and animating William Hartnell stories, because I've counted up how many episodes are left for them to animate for Troughton and how many stories they got for William Hartnell to do. Now, for William Hartnell, they have got 10 stories to animate, and I really hope Galaxy 4 works really, really well for the BBC. I hope it gets them to go, oh yeah, let's release more William Hartnell stories, yeah. Right, there you go. Say this is like them going, oh yeah, Galaxy 4, Daleks Master Plan, so much. Just release every single one of Hartnell. That's the one thing I want them to do, and why Galaxy 4 is a best story to get. Because it's been 8 years, 8 long years since we had a William Hartnell DVD release. And the very last one that we actually had for William Hartnell is actually The 10th Planet, his last story. And it's such a shame, really, we have no William Hartnell stories from that time period. So I really hope Galaxy 4 does kind of end really, really well for the BBC. That they just go, right, Galaxy 4 ended up well, what do we do next? Oh, I know what to do. Let's bring out the Daleks Master Plan and let that one next for the William Hartnell one to be animated. Let's get few people excited for Galaxy for the Daleks Master Plan. Ah, actually, no. How about the Crusades? Because the Crusades only got episodes 1 and 3 existing. What if we animate 2 and 4 and then season 2 is complete then? Yeah, let's complete season 2. Let's do the Crusade. Boom. The Crusade is out. And that's the one thing I really hope to see for the BBC, that the BBC see how much this story means. Because from people like me, this story could actually change my opinion on the 3rd season of Doctor Who. Because only 3 stories exist from season 3 that we've got on DVD at the moment, which is the Gunfighters, the Ark, and the War Machines. Now, the Ark and the Gunfighters are terrible. I just can't get into those stories, but the War Machine is the one that I absolutely love. So I'm hoping Galaxy 4 brings that out. So brings it into even for me in the DVD-wise and the Blu-ray. So I can go see for season 3, go, oh, Galaxy 4 is actually quite good, yeah. That means you got 2 stories good, 2 stories that are bad. So does it mean the rest of the season could be good? Hopefully. I know I got some on CD. I'm just going to grab the ones I got on CD for you, because they're actually over here. Yeah, so the Doctor Who stories I do have on CD is the Daleks Master Plan, which has the Mission to the Unknown in it. So if I show you, I've kind of put them in DVD cases and, you know, like so. So you got it like that. Because literally I'll have 5 discs and it'll have 13 episodes on from the Daleks Master Plan, including Mission to the Unknown. So that's another good thing about it. It's on CD. So I've actually sat down and listened to all of this. This is actually quite good, and I hope this one does get the animation of the Daleks Master Plan. The next one is The Massacre. Now, I do hope this one gets animated again, because this one is actually quite good to sit down and listen to. So I hope that one does get animated and I can actually enjoy that one in another way. Special Toymaker, only episode 4 exists in the Lost in Time, but it's actually a great story, and the first Doctor isn't in it, so just focus around Stephen and Dodo a bit. That is where Dodo gets more good for me. I don't really like Dodo because of the way she is in the Ark and in the Gunfighters, but in this story, this is where she gets good. And then, of course, we have The Savages that I have got on CD, and I really want this to get animated because it is Stephen Taylor's last adventure with the first Doctor. He leaves the TARDIS after this story. So that's mainly it I like to say about that one. Why I want Galaxy 4 to literally get on really, really well. Because I want the Daleks Master Plan, I want the Massacre, the Gunfighters, and the Savages just to be animated for season 3. I haven't got the Myth Makers, so I don't know nothing about that story. I don't know nothing about Galaxy 4. So Galaxy 4 is going to be the very first time I'm actually going to see it in a way. It's not like the actual... It's going to be animated, so in a way, I'm going to say, oh, look, it's been animated, let's watch it. I'm actually quite looking forward to Galaxy 4. I'm really am actually looking forward to it. I'm so excited for it. Because it's the one story I know nothing about, where either of the Daleks I know a little bit about, but I'm quite looking forward to sitting down and watching that. Galaxy 4 is one I own. I absolutely have no idea what it's about. All I know in it, you got the Doctor, Stephen, and Vicky. And basically the last 2, and I think it continues on from the last story, season 2, which is the Time Midler. Now I've got the Time Midler, and Galaxy 4 is actually straight after this story. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing Galaxy 4, and that way I can have this story and Galaxy 4 released. That's the one thing I like to say. That's the one thing I'm really looking forward to, because that way I can say, oh, look, I've got the first story and the last story of season 1. I've got the first story and the last story of season 2. At the moment, I've just got the last story of season 2. I've just got the last story of season 3. Season 4, I've only got the 10th planet and the first one. So basically, I will have the last story of season 4, not the opening story to season 4. Season 5, I'm just missing them within space, so that will be complete soon. And then season 6 is the only one I've actually got. Season 6 and 1 and 2 are the only ones where I've got the first story and the last story on DVD. So I'm quite looking for sitting down watching Galaxy 4 for that, because it's the opening story. It's supposed to be absolutely good. Now, from what I've seen of the animation, I've watched the actual little bit of a clip of the TARDIS landing on the planet over and over and over again over the last week. I've actually rewatched it now 25 times because it just gets me so excited for Galaxy 4, because I absolutely know nothing about this story. The only bits the Mythmakers, I do have to say I do know a little bit about the Mythmakers because I've actually got the Target novel book. So I'll just go and get the Target novel book in a minute. Where was it? There we are. So I do have the Target novel book of Doctor Who, the Mythmakers. So really for season 3, I've got 1 Target novel book, CD, 4 random amount stories in CD, and then of course 3 stories on DVD. So I'm really looking forward to Galaxy 4 because, again, this is one I know nothing about. I really do like Doctor Who stories that I know nothing about. I mean, when the Macro Terror came out back a couple of years ago now, I knew nothing about that story, and I was like, oh, the Macro Terror. And when I brought it, I fell in love with it. It's the one story. That's the one thing I like about these animations, because when it's a Doctor Who story, I know nothing about it, and it's like, oh, the Macro Terror. I knew nothing about the Macro Terror, and then when it was released, I brought it, and I was like, oh my god, this is absolutely quite good. It's absolutely amazing. View from the Deep. I knew nothing about View from the Deep, and I was like, oh, View from the Deep, what's this one going to be about? So I watched it, and I love it. The animation is a little bit bad because it's like a step downwards, but I don't really care about the animation. It's just, for me, it's just one way for me to sit down and watch a story that has not existed since the 1960s. Even if it's animation. I love the animations. I think the BBC are doing really, really good jobs with these animations, so I'm quite looking forward to that. As I say, you got William Hartnell. That's only got 10 stories to be animated now, where Troughton, you've only got 5, and Troughton is nearly complete. I mean, if the way these animations are going, I really think Troughton will be the very first Doctor to have a Blu-ray box set of Doctor Who the Collection himself. I really do think it'd be season 5, because season 5, you just need the Abominable Snowman and the Wheel in Space. But the Abominable Snowman has been rumored now for over a year, so that might be coming out next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, because it has been rumoured. And if it is true, in that way, you just go, well, we just need the Wheel in Space, and then boom. I know nothing about Wheel in Space, apart from what I've seen from episode 3 and 6 in the Lost in Time box set. But the thing is, though, you do get some Doctor Who stories that I know nothing about, so I can't really sit here and go in my video, oh, I know a lot about Galaxy 4, blah, 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 blah. I know nothing about Galaxy 4. I don't know. I've only seen episode 3, and I get a bit confusing of it because it's just the 3rd episode, and it's like, I know nothing about this episode. What's going on here? So I'm quite looking forward to Galaxy 4. So, yes, I am looking forward to Eve of the Daleks, and of course, I am absolutely looking forward to Galaxy 4, because it is the one story I'm really looking forward to. But I'm hoping with Galaxy 4 coming out, it means the BBC's going to look at it and go, right, bring out more Hartnells. How many more stories have we got for Hartnells to animate? Oh, we've got 10 other stories for Hartnells to animate. Oh, really? So what one should we have next? So go, let's try and get the Crusade out. And that way you can have season 2 complete and release in Doctor Who The Collection season 2. Yeah, let's just animate it and bring it into and let it be released, and we can bring out Doctor Who the season 2, which means all we got to do is bring up the episodes into standard. So you have all of season 2 out. So let's bring into HD the Planet of the Giants, the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I love the Daleks version of it. It's a great story. Rescuing the Romans, the Web Planet. Let's bring out the Crusaders, so that way that story is complete. And scale 1 to 3 in HD and just animate 2 and 4. Let's update everything into HD, because every single story exists on DVD apart from the Crusaders for season 2. Season 2 is just one of those seasons I do enjoy a lot. It's my favourite Hartnell season. Again, with season 3, because it's one season, I know a little bit of that. Little bit I know about. I've watched 3 stories. I've listened to 4 of the stories. I've read 1 book. And you suppose that makes you, a bit more of a knowledge. You know a lot about season 3 then. I know nothing about season 3. Nothing about season 3. It's the one season of Hartnell I'm struggle. Sometimes when I'm talking to one of my Doctor Who friends and they're like, what, Paul, what do you think about the 3rd season of Doctor Who from 1965 to 1966? I'm like, I can tell you a few stuff I know. I've listened to some of the audios. I've watched 3 of the stories. I know I've got 1 book. But I can't really tell you about season 3 as a whole, because it gets very confusing, because instead of having one season where you have like a companion all the way through, this season you kind of have different companions. I mean, you have Vicky for Galaxy 4 to the Myth Makers. And then from the Daleks Master Plan, you end up with Katrina and Sarah Kingdom. And then somewhere in between, you get Dodo. I think it's the Massacre. Dodo joins the TARDIS. I could be wrong. The Massacre. Then you've got this little toy maker, Ark and Galaxy 4 on the War Machines, where she leaves. And Stephen Taylor leaves in the Smugglers. So hopefully that will be good. I'm actually going to add these CDs into my DVD collection, so that way... Yeah, so that way I can actually just say they're there just until the DVDs and the Blu-rays come out. So yeah, sorry about me literally rambling on about a bit of season 3. I know little bits, but I don't know a lot about season 3, like I do with other seasons. So let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to either the Daleks and of course Galaxy 4. I hope this means Hartnell's going to have more stories to come out in animation. Please stay tuned, because there will be a review coming out on Star Trek Voyager season 5, because I've not long finished season 5 of Voyager. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me later on today for another video.